Today I have an update for all the pepper lovers out there and who have been following my YouTube channel. So of course gratitude is a must. So thank you all for watching the haul and for supporting my YouTube channel. So let's get into it. So we have the habanero peppers here, and this one was the first one that actually developed or came out, that shooted out from the blossoms. So grateful. So I actually have a lot these days because the other day I have been asking for recommendations on how I can get the blossoms to actually hold. But this tree, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these habanero plants, and this one right here, which was actually one of the smallest one, is blossoming a lot and bearing a lot of peppers, because as you can see it has quite a few peppers. And I had actually picked one over the weekend to put in my corn soup, which was, I'm telling you, real spicy and delicious. So this pepper plant is bearing a lot of fruits. I'm still having some issues with the Scotch bonnet pepper that is to my left side, but today we're focusing on the habanero. So I finally have my first pepper changing color, and quite a few. So this tree actually just has one, this one right here. This one has 3, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, and yeah, a baby one coming up in right there. And then this one has a whole heap. I don't even have to count. I can just look and tell that it has a lot. But I do believe that having a big container for pepper plants is more beneficial than growing them in these small containers, because all these plants all these pepper plants were about the same size, except for these two were actually a little bigger than these two. And I'm telling you, the way how these 3 pepper plants have sprouted in this container versus this one, and this one was actually transplanted first in this container compared to these 3, and the growth in this container has been tremendous. So if you are looking at or consider growing balcony plants, I do recommend that you go to your recycle store or your thrift shop that sells these containers, because I bought these containers for like $200 or 200 yen, real cheap, compared to going to Daiso to get one of these for 100 yen. And 100 yen, so 200 yen for this, versus going to the thrift shop and getting these containers for, I think, sometimes even less than 200 yen. So if you are looking to grow your plants at home, just get some of these cheap containers, these big cheap containers where the roots can have more depth to grow and more space, versus these shallow containers where the roots don't get to go deep and get all the lovely nutrition they need to grow tall and beautiful. Because this pepper plant right now is about almost to my neck. So just get yourself some wonderful containers, and another time I'll give you more updates on the progress of the peppers as well. And for this one, it had started to blossom as well, but you know, like my issues with most of these plants, they actually lose the blossoms. So I actually moved it closer to these plants in hopes that eventually it would start to hold. And I think I'll be trimming it up as well, or maybe change the container and putting it into a different one. So that's the update for today's pepper plants. So thank you for watching this video.